Good evening folks, and welcome back here to the TMAC Fitness Workshop. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and also videos are every Friday at 11:30 AM in the morning. New one drops. This evening what the video is going to be about is a warm-up. So a couple of weeks ago we worked through kind of mobility stuff, kind of stretches at the end, and the sequence that we go through and that I teach clients. Similarly, in this video we're going to talk about the sequence in the warm-up. Now warm-up, of course, everybody knows is very important. It gets the body ready for exercise. It gets you warmed up, of course, the blood flowing to the muscles and things like that. The warm-up that I have designed is kind of a general warm-up just for clients. Also, it mightn't work for everybody, but from experience, kind of people coming in and stuff, it is the kind of stuff that it covers kind of nearly all the areas. And some people come in then and they have more specific things they need to warm up. They might be tight in a certain area, or a certain area needs a little bit longer warm up, a few different exercises. But the one that I put together is just kind of a general one, and it attacks kind of a few different areas, and it kind of gets the whole body going. We use the resistant loops, we use the big resistant bands, we use the broomstick, and then towards the end then we just do kind of a body motion kind of thing that we work through. So first of all, we start off with the green bands. The first thing is on the hands, we're going just across the knuckles there. Try not to go across the wrist, across the knuckles. We're just going to go out straight out for about 5 reps. Most important thing as well, I guess, when you're using any kind of resistant bands or things like that, is to make sure that you control the movement, that you don't let the resistant band control you. So it's nice and controlled out and back in. Then we're just going to go up top, and then down in front for 5 also. Next thing then is we're going to take the same band. Sometimes people like to use the stronger one on the legs and a slightly weaker one on the arms, because obviously people might be stronger on the legs. You can stick with the same one through, because in the warm-up it's not meant to feel like a workout, it's just meant to feel like you're getting a little bit loose, a little bit ready for the workout, alright? Then we can throw this on. We're going to position the band just on top of the knees, take into your squat stance, and we're just going to go 5 nice body weight squats with the band on the knees, or just above the knees. Next thing then, it's going to be feet together. We're just going to step out the side, squat. So usually when we go left, right, left, right, left, right, we kind of do 6. So it's going to be 3 on each side. And like that, don't get caught up in the specifics of how many reps and things like that you do. Basically, it's just kind of, if you get in 5, 6, it's just about getting movement, getting warmed up, alright? Next then, it's down around the ankles then, and we're just going to go forward, then out to side, and then behind. We're going to switch over the other side, out front, out to side, and out behind. Usually we do 3 sets of them, so you're doing 3 exercises in each leg, so you're going to do them 3 times, forward, out to side, and behind. Same on the other side. Once again, it's about not letting the band control you, so you're fighting the resistance against the band the whole time. That's helping the muscles to work. On the one then, when you're going to go out, just make sure, or out behind, just make sure we're not leaning too far forward. We're up nice and tall, and we're extending the hip back, and it's important on that one, okay? That's it just for the small loop. The next one then is a broomstick. Or in fact, you can use the big resistant band either for this. We're just going to take the broomstick out the front, we're just going to bring it back behind the head and down to the waist. It's not too important on how far you go back, but how far you go back with straight arms. As in, if you bend your arms, you could easily go back behind, things like that. It makes it a little bit easier. But what we want to do is try and warm up the shoulders there, upper back, get that movement then as well. Then we take it down to the side, once again straight arms. On this one then, of course, we do go 6 around that because it's 3 each side. We're going to narrow in the grip then on the broomstick, and what we want to do is we want to separate the shoulder blades out the front. Alright, so we're reaching the front, and now we're pulling it back together. Now this is quite an important one because you have to learn to be able to bring the shoulder back. In some kind of exercises, maybe like the back row and deadlift, you're going to have to be able to bring those shoulders back to get in position for them. That's it with the broomstick. Next, like I said, what we've just done there with the broomstick, you can do with a larger resistant band. It's the same idea. Back now with the resistant band, because obviously it moves, you're going to get back maybe a little bit further. It's not as strict as it is with the broomstick. So it's up to yourself. Once again then, we can pull the resistant band out then as well. And a good one then is you can move the arms right around, keep them straight, move them back around the front. And then we can change direction, we can go the opposite way, move them around. And getting the arms nicely and shoulders nicely warmed up. We're back down then to lower body, and what's called X-band walks. You're going to step into the resistant band. You're going to take a nice squat stance, and you're just going to cross the band and pull it up. Now, the reason you probably cross the band is it just creates a little bit more tension in the band. You can get the same effect by gripping the resistant band a little bit lower and pulling it up. How much tension is on the band obviously reflects in how hard it's going to be. If the resistant band is nice and loose like that, it's going to be quite easy to move side to side. But once you do the X cross in and pull it up, it just adds that little bit more resistance. And what you want to do is you can go 8 in a row, or you can do them side to side. And we're working a nice move across. And once again, you're working on fighting against the band. So wherever you start the distance in your squat stance, that's the way you always should be. I know some people do them, and then again the end, because the band is controlling them too much, they end up right in beside each other. If that kind of happens, you just have to fight against the resistant band a little bit more, or maybe go back down to maybe a red band, which is slightly easier. Once again, you can do maybe 6 to 7 of them, both sides. Last one then with the resistant band is we're doing the bow and hamstring, so you're bringing it a little bit tighter. Once again, you're gripping the band just to pull it up, give it a little bit of tension. Soft knees, a good hip hinge forward, and then pull them back up. So you want a nice hip hinge forward. And all the resistant band does, it just adds a little bit more effort to the stretch, okay? That's all then with the big resistant band. As we come towards the end now and we're getting more ready, is kind of the 2 mobility exercises that I do, that we add in now, and it probably is there's a combination kind of into 2 of them, so I call them the squat combo and the world's greatest stretch, and it kind of puts together a lot of different movements, and you get quite a lot of different muscles being used in those 2 exercises, so you're adding to the warm-up of everything. The first one is the squat combo. Once again, it's a nice squat stance. You're just going to reach up best you can, and as you come down, try and keep the legs soft but still straight. So soft knees. Now if you can go down, touch the toes, perfect, touch the ground, touch the mid-shin. Wherever your body's going to let you go down, you're going to sink down into a nice squat. We're going to hold it there, push knees out for a couple of seconds, relax them in, hands up, stand up, once again back, down to the toes, drop the squat, push knees out, relax them in, arms up and stand up. And usually we do about 5 reps of that then as well. Now the next one is the world's best stretch, and the way we'll attack that is you stand feet together, you're just going to take a nice lunge out and the hands go down in front. Now when you're starting to do this stretch, maybe you want to lower that back knee down to the ground to try and get used to it first. Ideally that leg will be off the ground, hands are placed on the inside of the leg that's in front, and whichever leg is in front, that's the hand that we're going to use. So I have the right leg in front, that's the right hand up to the ceiling, and back together. And once again, usually we're taking about 5 reps on this side. And then what we can do then is we can change across. So I'll just come around in the front. We go left leg down the front, hands inside the foot, and it's left hand up to the sky, and back again. And once again, we're probably taking about 5 of them then as well. Now that's kind of the warm-up sequence that I get my clients to go through here. Some of that stuff you mightn't see before, some of it you might have done before as well. But it's nice just to add a nice warm up. All in all, it usually takes in around 10 minutes. And what I have done is just to put that together to get in a little bit of everything, which kind of always helps most people. But as I said, sometimes you might have a little bit of area maybe that needs a little bit of extra warm up. Of course, if you're going into a squat day, deadlift day, you might have to do something a little bit more specific for those exercises. Same if you're going benching. And also depending on whether the session is maybe a weightlifting session, or it might be kind of maybe one of those high intensity circuit sessions either, which might take a little bit slightly different warm up. You might want to maybe hop on the bike for a few minutes too. Obviously if you've driven to the gym or you're driving to where training is, it's always good just to hop on the bike, even just for 5 minutes, just to get kind of going, and then into your stretching sequence, warm up sequence. There are kind of more special ones kind of to target the chest area for benching, or as I said, there's a lot of shoulders and back and that, so that will cover you in that. Then for your squatting and stuff, you might have to do a little bit more. It all depends on where, if you're tight, if you've had an injury before then as well, that area might need a little bit more attention. But it is very important to warm up, especially kind of mobility wise. Getting into the position that you're going, especially when you're squatting, to get down to your squat position before you load up the bar. Also, as you get older, warm up becomes more important, and you might have to spend a little bit more time than that. But even as a younger athlete, a younger trainer coming into the gym, you should always spend plenty of time warming up, because it's going to kind of make your workout more efficient. You're going to get more out of it, and it's very important. So that's us done for this video, the warm up sequence. Make sure you do the warm up before you go training, before you hit the gym, or even if you're going out to a football trainer or whichever it may be. But hopefully you found some information there. Once again, feel free to comment below. We'll get more videos out in the coming weeks then as well. So that will be the warm up one sequence we do, and the mobility sequence we do as well, kind of after session and on days then as well. Once again, don't forget to subscribe as well, and we'll catch you then next Friday again. Thanks.